Hello everyone and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of Kali Call of Darkness. The characters are about to embark on a short but dangerous journey. And let's ignore the fact that our dear little Vaish has abandoned us, disappointed us, betrayed us, and AMRIT is destroying my heart. As in literally destroying my heart. Episode 2, where it all began. Oh god, where it all began. I leaped back, but immediately bumped against the shelf. He came at me as if from a nightmare. Mr. Rose? From now on, I don't have a name. Wow. Oh my god. I swallowed nervously. It was happening all over again. Fear weakened my knees, and I slumped onto the floor. I would be traumatized, honestly, now. I cowered under the booth's gaze. Gathering my remaining courage, I asked him in a small voice, "Why does this keep happening?" Oh my god. He grinned wickedly. "You don't belong here among the living. The dead are looking for you because you belong to them." Like I said, I have the feeling that she's Kali. I already said that in the first season. I don't know if I said it multiple times, but I set up that theory that perhaps she's Kali, and that's why she keeps on seeing them. She sees through her eyes because she is her. Mr. Rose took a weightless step toward me. I held my breath. I wanted to run away, but there was nowhere to go. Senna warned me that the booze only wanted to fool me. I just need to ignore what he's saying about me. Maybe it's better to get him to talk about himself. Who did this to you? How did you die? Why are you answering all of my questions? The booze bared his frightened teeth and growled. I can't help but answer it. It forces me. It forces you. It? What makes him answer me? Questions, endless questions. Everyone around knows something, and you can only guess. You were a fool and still are one. Again. Even those who talk about the truth are actually lying. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, Mr. Rose had gotten even closer to me. Asked the attaché why we came to the city of the Dark Mother, why we were gathered here. He knows everything and says nothing. What? The booze shook his head. Don't worry about it. You can never leave Thomas Vitella. Vitella? Tensing up, Mr. Rose prepared to jump and attack me. My heart was pounding. I didn't know where to escape. The thought that I knew this man and had seen him alive many times confused me and didn't allow me to focus. Suddenly I remembered something important and fumbled in my pocket. The amulet from Sana. I had it with me all this time. I immediately put it on my hand and thrust my arm forward. Be gone. Sana's amulet will help you. Oh, okay. Mr. Rose flinched and froze. Then he bared his teeth. Nasty. The Nameless will devour you in the dark. But he couldn't get any closer. He became bolder and took a step toward him. I became bolder and took a step toward him. He immediately moved away. I grinned. You're being brave for nothing, girl. You showed about that. I got an independence point. I needed to touch him with the amulet, so I lunged at him. Mr. Rose dodged once, twice, 3 times. Then he took a step back, hiding in a dark corner, and when I followed him... Huh? He disappeared. I stood there bewildered, looking around. It couldn't be over so easily. Suddenly his hoarse voice cut through the silence. The whole universe was born by you. This world was created by you. In the end, you always devour it. I turned around. Scared, I jerked back and hit the shelf. Several folders fell on the floor with a thump. You manifest as a destructive force. The boot was slowly walking toward me. It is an honor to fall victim of you. He's saying the exact same thing that woman was saying that attacked us in the last season. The woman that killed her child or something. It is a great honor to fall victim to you, O Dark Mother, Mother of Strife, Mother of Time. He's quoting the Tantra. The one you're destined for will come for you. Only death will save you. The door to the archive swung open and the fog began to disperse. Mr. Rose hissed, darting into the darkest corner, as if he was afraid of the light. He started dissipating together with the fog. I'm so sorry. Rage of Goddess. This fate is too cruel even for you. His eyes glittering with hatred were the last to fade. Amala? She rushed to me, looking at me with worry. You're all dirty and shaky. What happened? I didn't know if there was any point in telling her about what just happened. Another vision. What the hell do they want from me? What kind of pain should go away? I don't understand anything. I took a deep breath. I had a vision. You might think I'm crazy, I know, but I can't control it. Lima hesitated for a moment, not knowing how to react. Then she shook my hand in hers, compassionately, even though it was dirty. It's all right. Thank you for being honest with me. Oh, you have grown closer. What were you doing here? I crouched down and began to collect the folders with shaking fingers. I hit the shelf. How long will I have to lie to my colleagues? Who can I share this with? Soon it will drive me insane. Lima sat down, helping me. Each file had a number and also listed the employee leading the investigation and the year when the case was first opened. Everything here is over 10 years old. Opening a couple of folders, Lima began to leaf through them. Old stuff, and that's all too. Lima. While Lima was digging through the folders, I tried to settle my heartbeat and calm down. She froze, staring at some photos. She looked at them for a moment longer before handing me one. What's the matter? Just look. Ooh. So this has happened before. It's very similar to our case. There was something written on the back. Kilipagrami, 1957. Wasn't that on the map that we saw near the embassy? The picture showed a scene we had seen a few times now. This name seems familiar. Where did I see it? On the ground. The corpse, the symbol. How did this case end up in the archive? Why didn't I find it last time? It's very old. It's from 23 years ago. Shall we take this? There's no time to read. I don't know. They might notice. Come on, this folder is covered in dust. They won't care. Lima took it with her, pulling me away from the archive. My assumption was wrong. More bodies had been found, but in different places. Have you found anything here? No, nothing. Those cases either haven't been opened yet, or they are being hidden. Hidden? Why not? They're keeping things from us. Maybe they don't trust us with the investigation, or maybe... Lima stopped abruptly when she heard Killian's voice outside, as well as several other male voices. We whispered to each other. Are the officers back? Sounds like it. We need to get out of here. We couldn't leave through the main exit, but there were windows. Many of them were barred, but I noticed one that was open. We could easily sneak out of it. Lima squeezed through first, and I followed. We returned to the alley where we'd agreed to meet. Minutes went by and Killian was still not here. I'm starting to worry. It's alright. I think he used to get out of worse situations. Some more time passed. Finally, Lightwood showed up. He looked gloomy and disgruntledly. This was a bad idea. We're all in trouble. What happened? I was standing at the entrance to the station, trying not to let them in. They heard the window creak and immediately rushed inside. There will be questions asked, I'm sure. People will soon know that you broke into the archive. Did you find anything? Yes and no. Brilliant. We're all going to get fired for nothing. Lima took the folder with her and said that she would study it. I decided not to object, as apparently she knew what to do. We agreed to meet later and discuss everything. Killian escorted me home. Like a true gentleman, he didn't make any comment about my disheveled look. In the morning, the house was filled with the smell of wonderful fresh rotis. Before going down to breakfast, I got dressed. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Great. And I styled my hair. Finally. Ooh. Yes. Yes, we love curls. My hair turned out great today. Ariane was stiff and silent throughout breakfast, probably because of our last disagreement. I didn't feel like starting a conversation either. Maybe it was his voice I heard at the wedding? A stern man who scolded Manu and ordered him to obey. It could have been Mr. Chauhan. He can be quite intimidating at times. I remembered the photo that we had found in the archive and the inscription on the back. I saw the same village on the map of India at the embassy. That's a strange coincidence. I decided to ask my hostess, Mrs. Chauhan, have you been to Kilpagrami? She tried to keep calm, but I noticed how Priyanka flinched at the mention of the village. She froze for a moment, but soon composed herself and tried to smile again. I have heard of it, but I don't remember much about it. Why would you like some more rice? Trying to avoid the question, huh? It's not very far from Calcutta, right? I guess it's a godforsaken place. Would you like a roti? Don't change the subject. She's literally trying to change the subject. I know what happened there. The same thing that's now happening in Calcutta. Why are you nervous, Miss Chauhan? That's not an appropriate conversation to have around the breakfast table in Mala. What could we possibly know about it? We only heard when we were young that something weird that happened there. I was a boy when the Doobays took over that case. What do you mean took over? They are respected throughout Bengal. It is in power to control and sponsor an investigation. They had many kids in the family back then. They just wanted to speed up the process to protect the people of Bengali and themselves. I looked at my plate a little confused. It can't be. It all comes down to Mr. Doobay. Yes. I thanked my hosts for my breakfast and went to the living room. Uh-oh. I need to visit AMRIT and question him. If this family oversaw the Kilpagrami case, surely he must know something. I could use Sana's help. At the wedding, she warned me about people who speak about the soul in Bengal. Whatever that means, I can't ignore her words. You keep developing your theory. A visit to Mr. Doobay should help me. What if he has something to do with the warning? I think I heard in my say something about the soul, or did I? In any case, I suspect him. It was 9 a.m. Not wanting to waste any time, I went to Kalighat to talk to Yashvi and look for AMRIT Doobay. We're looking for your beautiful ass, sir. To my surprise, a group of people was gathered in front of the temple, but no one dared to go inside. The people were calm, as if they were just waiting for something. Namaste. Why is the temple closed? Namaste. They haven't opened it since yesterday. Shouldn't it be opened at dawn? I'm sorry, what do you mean night ritual? They need to clean up after the night ritual. What kind of ritual? How should I know? It's a monthly ritual. It helps remind the goddess of her existence, I guess. At the entrance to the temple, there were 2 men in uniforms usually worn by those at the service of wealthy Indian families. They're at the door. Are they someone's attendants? The Doobays, I guess. What are the chances? Why would the Doobays take part in some kind of rituals? Brahim duties. Why are you bothering me with all these questions? But they are not Brahims. They must be carrying out some official duties, I don't know. She walked away from me yawning. I looked back at the door. I'll wait. We'll wait. We have time. After hanging around for about an hour, the temple doors finally opened. Path of loyalty. I wanted to get inside as soon as possible, but there were a lot of people and everyone was trying to squeeze through the door first. That woman who seemed too sleepy to even talk to me properly now became surprisingly agile. Move over, Yusnel. Ooh, she elbowed me and pushed on. I'm sorry. I had to wait to let other people through first. Is that AMRIT? I noticed Mr. Doobay, accompanied by Yashvi. He was leaving the temple through another exit, trying to avoid the crowd. This woman is in love with my soulmate, but can we blame her that she's in love? We don't, but we promised we wouldn't say anything and we won't. Following them, I found myself in a garden behind the temple. As soon as I took a step in, Mr. Dubai's attendants blocked my way. You can't come in here, go back. No. But I said go. Please let me through. I need to talk to him. Step aside. We're saying step aside. It's me. I need to talk to him. Path of loyalty, okay. He doesn't need to talk to you. Get out of here. Shut up. Let him decide. Amrit turned at the sound of our voices. Amala? How's it going, my baby? Oh, you look so fine. So fine. Yashvi. Oh, she's beautiful as always. Shekar, get away from her. Ooh! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, ooh. He said, get away from her. Are you waiting for her? I don't think that's any of your business. Ah. My soulmate, ladies and gentlemen. I can't help it, he's my soulmate. Do I need to tell you twice? Mr. Doobay remembers that he promised to help you. Okay. The attendant remained silent, obediently letting me pass through. I walked past him with a defiant expression. Adios, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Yashvi. Namaste, Amala. To what do I owe the pleasure? I have to see you because your beauty is giving me life. I need to speak to you. It's a confidential matter, so to speak. AMRIT sighed, looking at the Devadasi. Go, Yashvi. We're done here. Let me escort you, sir. Not necessary. She was humble and submissive before him. But he looked tired of it. Oh, poor thing. You don't have to do that. Go make sure there's nothing left in the hall. And prepare everything for the next time. Yashvi nodded, stealing one last glance at Mr. Doobay. Poor her. Poor her. She's in love. Joining her hands, the dancer said goodbye to us and returned to the temple. Was there a ritual last night? Yes. Why are you mad? What kind of ritual? That's information that you can't live without. Oh! I don't want to make him mad, but this seems odd. Is your family considered Brahminical? You're descendants, but you haven't been involved in this kind of activity for a long time. AMRIT gave me a slightly annoyed look. Why on earth are you talking about this? Persuade him to tell you. Use all of your charm, girl. I'm trying to figure out how things are done in India. I'm interested in you. I see. He took 2 soft steps toward me, and I barely stopped myself from backing away. I'll tell you more about it then. Whether my family practices Brahmic activities or not, we do have a huge influence. I figured you are dressed like a prince, sir. He is so fine. Okay, Simona, stop looking at his face, especially in the religious sphere. My grandfather conducted rituals, my father did, and so do I. Even if those marked by the goddess are only my ancestors, their blood flows in my veins. The goddess? Shaktism has many followers in Calcutta. My participation in important rituals is vital. So this was an important ritual, one of the most important. And you won't tell me which one exactly? I have no reason to do that. Why are you smiling like that? Perhaps one day you'll see it yourself, or even participate. I don't know if I should be scared off by that, or be thrilled. What do you mean in participate? That I'm a bystander, or that I'm part of that ritual? The smug look on his face surprised me. Is he hinting at something? Yeah, I already met that conclusion. Yeah. What kind of ritual requires cleaning up until morning? You've learned information that will help you in the future. Okay. The thought that I could be standing next to a potential killer gave me goosebumps. Okay, she's going through the same phase as I did. Okay. But at the same time, I wanted to laugh at the absurdity of this idea. Like I said, AMRIT headed toward a small bench, assuming that I would follow him. He sat down, and I carefully did the same. What did you want to discuss, Amala? Your family was once looking into a murder in Kilpagrami. Could you share with me what you know about it? You're getting closer. What? I promised to help you if you asked me to. Thank you. It was a ritual murder. I think you figured that out already. I know it for sure. AMRIT smiled condescendingly. Good for you. A man was killed. My father said he was known for beating his wife. The way AMRIT spoke about it was devoid of any emotion. And that was the reason why he was killed in such a brutal way? It's unlikely. The killer was a local drunk. He wasn't quite all right in the head. A drunk? The killer? The case was solved? Of course, my family took care of it. That's all I know. AMRIT kept his promise. You've learned important information. Oh, how beautiful. Next time you need my help, you'll have to pick my interest somehow. Face, same girl. How does his ego fit in the small garden? Same. Oh my god, same. Oh god. Does the village still exist? Yes. He is so fine. He's so fine. I can't say it enough. He's so fine. Okay. I have to concentrate. Oh my god. So there's a chance to learn something from the people living there. We sat in silence for another moment. I hope you liked my gift. Ooh. Yes, thank you. An Amalia rose, right? Beautiful, isn't it? When it has no wrapping, nothing superfluous. When it lies where it's supposed to lie, it's beautiful. Well, if there isn't anything else, I have to go now. The man got up from the bench. Mr. Doobay, surely you can see what's going on. Why are you torturing her? Ooh! She's talking about the Devadasi, right? Not the question mark. Yashvi, I see the way you look at her. And why do you think that's any of your business? Ooh! And the angry face. Your curiosity seems to be endless. It's annoying. I got up too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. It has nothing to do with me being upset. You'd better mind your own business, Amala. A pretty face is not enough to get me interested. Oh. Yashi surely understands that. That goes for you too. I have no reason to help you just because of the way you look. Once was enough. This choice will affect your relationship. I'm sorry, Mr. Doobay. Nah, I'm gonna continue the conversation. Come on. Pique my interest, sir. He took a step toward me and brazenly lifted my chin without taking his eyes off me. I was taken aback. Didn't you just say that beauty isn't enough to pique your interest? Like I said... I'm sorry, Mr. Doobay. Are you, by any chance, bipolar? Are you bipolar? Although you really are beautiful. I frowned. You're so arrogant. I'm more than just a pretty face. Are you? At work you get praised for saying obvious things. That's not very impressive. Okay. Just for that alone, this is my man. Alone for what he just said. I have to prove to him that I am. I had the same situation with my baby Killian. Oh, is that enough for you? This man. You know, this is also rude. I wish I could put him in his place. What an arrogant man. But I shouldn't cross him. That would be short-sighted. I jerked away, pulling free from his firm grip. He suddenly smiled, looking at me. What? Are you not used to hearing something other than praise? It has nothing to do with praise. It has to do with respect. I understand that some things may be obvious to you, but some things are not obvious to us. We don't know anything about this culture, like, at all. So everything we find out is not obvious to us. It may be obvious to you, but not to us. So everything we find out, everything that we say, is something new. It's an achievement for us. It may be normal for you because you know about all of it. So if we say some things, they may seem obvious to you, but it's not obvious to us. So of course we get praised, but that doesn't mean that we're not giving it our all. Brave Amal. Being partially Indian, there are people in London looking down on me. I've heard enough nasty comments. Though I languish in that tiresome place. Partly, you belong to India. Wouldn't it be better for you here, at home? It's a difficult question. Just like your life. But you know how to overcome difficulties, don't you? You know, I still have a question. Are they talking in Hindi? Or are they talking in English? What are you getting at? I don't understand you. You don't understand yourself either. He knows more than he's leading on. And that's your main issue. He knows more than he's leading on. He knows something. He slightly leaned toward me, grinning. Or are you still talking to me? Why did you stay here even if I haven't been particularly kind to you? I like that you're not scared of me. Why should I be scared of you? Okay, is this man blushing? I think he's blushing. Should I be? What? Are you trying to test my limits, sir? What does your instinct say? My instinct says that you're sus. I'm suspicious of you. You're way too mysterious. Being mysterious is all fine in some way. Like, you can be mysterious. That's fine. You can keep a few secrets. I mean, they're yours, so they're yours to share. But if you're too mysterious, then you're sus in my eyes. Then you're suspicious. Then you're hiding something that is bigger than yourself. And that makes you dangerous in my eyes. I don't think that you are dangerous. I don't feel that you're dangerous. But we will see. I lifted my chin. That I have to keep you on my side. That's why I'm letting it go. Very wise. Anything else? That you're suspicious. You seem to be interested in me. A lot of yourself. Well, maybe a little, as if you were an exotic animal. You are an animal. You're big. There are a lot of beautiful women. Few of them can catch my eye. Uh-huh. Do you think that's what I want? Catch your eye? I want to catch his eye, but not like this. If you're talking to me like that, sir. I had this problem with a job I wanted. He wanted me to literally be at his feet. Do whatever he wants, open the door for him, like make him coffee. The second he comes in, and taking his jacket, whatever, and I was not having it, and I'm not having it with you here either. I am worthy of my own. I have self-worth. That is not something I like to hear, sir. In my opinion, you'll need to if you want us to help each other. Get off your high horse, Mr. Doobay. That. AMRIT likes your boldness, thank you. He looked me over. You're pretty. I hope we will be able to help each other. Huh? That. Help each other in which way? Your relationship has improved. My relationship with who is the question now, because there was no... Honestly, I think that he's gonna be rude, because if we can, affect him, if we have gem options with him, then he's a love interest. Or am I wrong? With these words, he left. This bitch actually left me stranded. He left me high and dry. I couldn't wait to share what I had learned with my colleagues. I invited them to have lunch with me, and looking forward to our conversation, I was the first to arrive. I grabbed the table and began to choose what to treat myself with. I'm running around, working hard, but I hardly eat. And that won't do, Mrs. Chauhan is right. Ooh, a light meal? Oh, coffee and dessert. We're gonna have a hearty meal because she said we barely eat. It looks delicious. I'm going to eat to my heart's content. A little later, we finally found ourselves all sitting at the table. Not wanting to waste any time, I got straight to the point. The village that we discovered that was the scene of another similar murder. I don't really know anything about it, but I remember seeing a similar name on the map of India. It's close to Calcutta. Just a coincidence? There are no coincidences in this damn city. Damn, sir! We ought to know by now. What should we do next? I think we should visit that city. Is it worth going there if this murder happened 23 years ago? There is not enough information, but it will be more useful than sitting still. I also told my colleagues about the conversation with AMRIT, Doobay, and the Chauhans. I guess we need to go there after all. But it will be hard without Vaish. I'm not sure how useful he really was, given how many things he kept from us. That we still don't know if there were any symbols on the other bodies. At that moment, Lima's face darkened. I tried to study the case from the archive by hiring a translator. He translated it from cover to cover. Apart from the obvious, the man was killed in exactly the same way as the previous victims. There were mentions of a symbol too, on another part of the body, but still. Keelan and I exchanged nervous glances. Vaish really did hide things from us. People, I literally said that when we translated how they were murdered, and he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I didn't know that it was necessary or something like that. When he said that, and I was like, he's sus, he's hiding things from us, he doesn't want us to know things. He must be held responsible. Why did he do this to us? How could he? He must be held responsible. He was purposely hampering our investigation. We won't let him get away with it. What was that symbol, Lima? She pulled out a sheet of paper from her bag on which she had copied the symbol. Here. Okay. A line? Oh. What does it mean? The last visit to the library was enough for me to memorize some of the Brahim script. It's a number. Number 1. Silence fell at the table. We all understood what this number meant. That means that this murderer has been sacrificing people 23 years ago. He numbers them? Lima, does this mean that it was the same killer? The modus operandi matches, doesn't it? She shrugged her shoulders unsure. I would say yes, but the 23-year gap puzzles me. Fine, we'll figure this out once we're there. Let's go. But Mr. Doobay said that the killer was caught. I was afraid of my own thoughts. I shook my head, not giving into panic. Well, a trip to Kilabgrambi should be very revealing. If he lied to me, I will have every reason to suspect him. And taking into account that he is on good terms with Ratan, yeah. We did say that these both are sus, and I want them to tell me something. So it's decided we need to plan a trip there. Let's go. Let's go. I arrived home at dusk. I had to prepare for the upcoming trip. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, this was Season 2, Episode 2 of Call of Darkness, Kali. I am so done. Like, we finally discovered that Vaish is keeping things from us. I mean, I already knew, but hey, what can we do? Now we had a nice conversation with Mr. Doobay, and he was acting sus. He knows more than he leads on. I know that now. And I'm intrigued to know what will happen. I'm actually imagining us being at that city and Mr. Doobay suddenly just showing up because he knows that we are not giving up because we're determined. So I'm intrigued to know what will happen in episode 3. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.